Hi, I'm Tom Anderson, and I'm a senior BlackBerry developer evangelist with Research in Motion. In the next few minutes, I'm going to introduce you to Ripple. Now, that statement probably begs the question, what is Ripple? Well, that's one of the things we're going to talk about in the next few minutes. Not only am I going to introduce you to Ripple and what is Ripple, but I'm going to show you a few of the things that Ripple can do, 3 of my favorite features. And then, of course, I'm going to tell you where you can get Ripple, because after all, if you know what you can do with it and you like what you can do with it, you might as well get a hold of it, right? So, in order to start our conversation, we're going to take a look at an HTML5 application. This is the sample application out on developer.blackberry.com/HTML5. It's an application that is written in HTML5 and JavaScript. It's a Hello World application, and it's a geo-enabled Hello World application. Now, I could show you what this application does, but in order to do that, I would have to get the application somewhere where it can be run. I could take the WebWorks SDK, package up this application, and then deploy it to a device like a BlackBerry Playbook or a BlackBerry Dev Alpha device. But what if I don't have one of those devices? Well, I could package it up with the WebWorks SDK and put it out to a simulator running on my laptop. That could be good too. But that could take a while to package it up and have the simulator run. What if I want more real-time changes? What if I want to see changes and things I do right away? Well, Ripple is a Chrome plugin. It is a WebWorks emulator. Here we see my application running within the Ripple emulator. You see it's within an image of a Dev Alpha device, and we see that it's actually a functioning, running application. I can click the Get My Location button, and voila, it goes out, grabs the location, and also gives me some information about how far we are from Dallas, Brazil, Morocco, etc. One of the great things about Ripple is it's real time. Let's hop back to our code for a second, and here we've got a line that says Hello World Geo-enabled. Let's change that to Hello World Geo-enabled 2. All I have to do is save and go back to Ripple, refresh the page, and now it says Hello World Geo-enabled 2. Just like that, I can see the changes I've made. Now, maybe I don't want to see my application emulated in a Dev Alpha device. Wonder how it works on a Playbook. Well, if I come up here to the left and I click on the Platforms button, you'll see that it lists the platform BlackBerry 10 WebWorks. If I click that button, it allows me to change that to WebWorks Tablet OS. Click the Change Platform button, and just like that, boom, I'm running within an emulation of a BlackBerry Playbook. Again, it's a fully functional application. I can click the Get My Location, and it brings back the application, and we see, ooh, we're missing some information at the bottom here. I know. Let's take a look at it in portrait mode. Back up to the left, I click on Devices, click on the portrait icon, and now I see it running in portrait mode. Remember, this is an emulation, which means the geo information is coming from the emulator. Over here on the right, you see a button called geolocation. If I click that button, it brings in the location of the emulator. Not a real location, but where the emulator starts. In this case, it happens to be Waterloo, downtown Waterloo. Now, if I want to change that location, all I have to do is click and drag to move the map around, and the location changes. Notice up here at the top, latitude and longitude is where we see the changes. I can also change those directly. Let's change the 43 to a 40. The map updates instantaneously. Now the emulator is ready to have a different location. If I come back over here to my application where it says Get My Location and click it, well, notice that it says we are 1,846.84 kilometers from Dallas, Texas. Watch what happens to that value when I click Get My Location. Now it says we are 1,678.25 kilometers from Dallas, Texas, because we changed the geolocation. That's the quick introduction to Ripple. What is Ripple? Ripple is a plugin to the Chrome browser. It's a WebWorks emulator that allows you to see in real time changes you make to your WebWorks code. You can do lots of great things with Ripple. In this little video, we saw 3 things. We saw we can change the platform, we saw we can change the orientation, and we saw we can change the geolocation. But you can do other things too. You can also change the accelerometer data. You can also package your application through Ripple. You can do lots of things with Ripple. So where do you get Ripple? Well, that's easy. You go out to developer.blackberry.com/html5, and there will be a download. Well, I want to thank you for joining me on this introduction to Ripple, and hopefully it's given you an insight on why you would want to put Ripple into your toolbox. Again, I am Tom Anderson, Senior BlackBerry Developer Evangelist, and we'll talk again.